Got it, steady.
What the hell is that? Hey, whoa! Bloody shit! Bloody hell!
The ocean has always kept its secrets, until now. Videos are surfacing of fishermen encountering figures with human-like faces.
Oh, it's looking at me, man. Keep your weight on it. Another loop, fast. Watch the
Fish-like tails, and several strange beings moving just beneath the waves like a giant mermaid in Westport, a pale figure clutching a child in the deep, and shapes gliding through the water that seem almost impossible. These aren't myths. These are moments captured on camera that brings us closer to a truth most have only dared to whisper about. Watch closely. Might make you question everything you thought you knew about the sea.
Hold the damn tail, hold it. I'm trying. It's like a damn tree trunk.
The following clip connects to one of the most unsettling mermaid reports ever documented in southern Africa. For years, major construction projects at the Gokwe and Osborne dams, and even the Matshabezi Bridge, were suddenly brought to a halt. Workers refused to continue, claiming something was stalking them in the water. They reported strange splashes, equipment that malfunctioned without explanation, and figures with human-like faces surfacing just long enough to terrify them. Many outsiders dismiss the whole thing as superstition, but among the Shona and Ndebele communities, the belief in Njuzu, water spirits or mermaid-like beings, is deeply rooted. Now in this next video, a group of fishermen realized they had pulled up something they had never seen before, and they weren't about to let the moment slip away.
Hold it! Get the rope under. Watch the tail. It's slipping. Brace it. Tighten it. Pull it. It's looking at me, man. Keep your weight on it. Another loop, fast. Watch the fish.
In their minds, getting this thing to a scientific lab would finally settle the debate once and for all. But the longer it stayed on deck, the more violent its movements became. It twisted, slammed against the boards, and dragged itself across the nets as if every part of it was fighting to get back into the water. What happened afterward, no one can say. This next clip shocked the internet and raised questions no one has been able to answer. It begins with a group of men pulling in their nets after realizing they had caught something unusually heavy. At first, they assumed it was a large fish tangled in the ropes, but what happened next was something they never expected.
They're coming. What the hell is that?
Careful with the net, it's moving!
Jeez, hold it, it's tearing.
Oh God! Back!
See that?
What the hell was it?
Even today, people still argue about one thing. Can someone survive a mermaid attack? And because the story ends right there, with no update and no explanation, this one remains a haunting mystery. Now let's go back to an event that reportedly happened in 1984. An elderly couple had gone out to test their new video recorder by the shoreline in Malmö, a quiet coastal city in southern Sweden. Everything seemed ordinary until they noticed something moving in the water. They never reported what they captured. Instead, they kept the tape hidden for years, unsure of what they had filmed, or maybe afraid of the attention it would bring. It wasn't until their son found the recording decades later that the truth resurfaced. Locals also came out to say there have been sightings near the shore from time to time. So what do you think? Could this be the proof people have been waiting for? This next video comes from Japan, where fishermen have recorded multiple moments of something moving just beneath the waves. Watch this.
Got it, steady.
What the hell is that? Hey, whoa! Bloody shit! Bloody hell! Look out! Hang on, I've got it! Whoa! Jesus Christ! Get it in the box! That's a beauty! Ready, one!
Oh God! Back! Back!
Bloody hell! Hey! Did you see that? Watch your hands on Jesus! Whoa! THRLL, don't let... Hold on, stay up. Christ! Hang on! Whoa! Bloody hell! Hearing! Hold it! Bloody hell! Did you see that? Did you see that? Jesus Christ. What the hell was that thing? That wearing a cup. Got it. Neck's clear on the side. What was that? Moving. Hold it. Jesus Christ. It's tearing out. Watch it. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, Jesus. Hang on. I've got it. Whoa. Jesus Christ. Get it over the rail. Go on. Oi. Jesus Christ. It took it. Get it in the box. Ready, one. Snags on something.
Got it, steady.
What the hell is that? Jesus Christ!
No matter how close the fishermen get, the creature always manages to slip away. Some believe it's because mermaids are incredibly fast swimmers, able to disappear into deep water within seconds. Whatever the reason, every encounter ends the same way, with the fishermen staring at an empty patch of ocean, wondering what they almost caught. The next clip you're about to see was recorded by a drone, and the footage has convinced many people that the ocean still hides more secrets than we can imagine. Some viewers swear they can make out a tail. Others say the movement alone tells you this isn't a normal sea creature. And with angles like these, captured from far above the waves, you can't help but wonder, did this drone accidentally record a mermaid? Or are we still missing the truth beneath the surface? Another man recorded something unusual one evening while he was enjoying a quiet moment by the sea. Take a look. When he shared the footage with a few friends, they couldn't believe it either. And from that night on, this became their meeting spot. Some nights the ocean would reveal something again. Other nights it was nothing but the calm rhythm of the waves. But that's the thing about the ocean. It never shows you everything at once, and it always leaves you wondering what's still out there. In this next clip, another man was quietly watching the waves, taking in the calm of the sea, when suddenly something surfaced from the water. The next day he returned with his family, hoping they could witness the spectacle too. But nothing appeared, and that's when the questions began. Are mermaids creatures that appear only at certain times, or for specific reasons? And if so, what could those reasons be? Here's another video that sparked a lot of conversation. Some fishermen hauled in something they had only ever heard about in legends, and naturally, the first thought was to capture it and bring it along.
It's coming loose! Keep the rope around the tail! I'm trying! Keep his head down! Jesus, look at it! Got it! Pull! Watch it! Clean it! Hold tight!
But not everyone agreed. Many viewers said it was cruel to subject the creature to such a struggle, reminding others that it too was created by God. And as the footage ends, The fate of the creature remains unknown. As the sun dipped low over Percy Priest Lake, a woman was sitting in her car, ready to leave after a long day, when something flickered across the water and caught her eye.
I feel like I'm seeing shit, but... Hold on, let me turn the down. This better not be what I think it is. This better not be what I think it is. It's a mermaid, mother... Mermaid! I saw a fucking mermaid! Okay, I'm seeing shit though, like, nobody noticed this mermaid in the sea. Like, nobody see this mermaid, bruh. It's a mermaid out there. I heard myths, but I didn't know it was true. Swimming. Nobody saying nothing. People out there just sitting, looking at them. What the f? It's a f***ing mermaid, man. It's a f***ing mermaid!
When she shared the video with friends, they offered logical explanations. Maybe it was a professional swimming with a monofin, they said, part of some performance art. They argued that there was no scientific proof for mermaids, but the movement she captured, the way the figure bent and twisted in the water, it didn't match anything humanly possible. She couldn't shake it, and eventually uploaded the footage online, leaving it to viewers to debate. Was it an elaborate trick, or a glimpse of something the science textbooks refuse to acknowledge? Sometimes, life surprises you in ways that make you question everything you thought you knew, and only when you witness it firsthand do you truly believe. A man was taking his morning jog along the sea when he noticed something lying motionless. Now, he's left struggling to understand what exactly he captured on camera, and his heart aches for the creature, which may have been harmed by the polluted, sewage-filled waters of the UK coast. But what effect human activity has on such beings is impossible to say. Their biology, their lives. So little is known, and yet the glimpse he caught raises questions we are far from answering. During a deep-sea inspection, what began as a routine scan of the rocky sea floor for coral damage quickly turned into something no one expected. Halfway through the dive, the team picked up movement. Something large and astonishingly fast. At first, they assumed it was a swordfish, but then the camera stabilized, and the reality of what they were seeing hit them. When they later reviewed the footage, opinions were divided. Half insisted it must be a person in a suit, some elaborate prank. The other half knew better. The depth, the pressure, the impossible speed. No human could survive playing a dress-up. So if it wasn't human, then what exactly did that camera capture lurking in the deep? Again in Westport, on the 4th of July, one woman decided to stay a little longer, filming the waves as the light faded. Seconds into her recording, something unusual caught her eye. A figure struggling, seemingly trying to crawl back into the water. She was far down the beach, and this was as close as her camera could zoom. Some dismissed it as a person stumbling, perhaps drunk, but others who examined the footage noticed the lower half of the body, and it didn't look entirely human. So did she really capture a mermaid? I'll leave that for you to be the judge. The ocean has a way of hiding things we aren't meant to see, and sometimes it reveals them in the most unexpected ways. On this day, a group of fishermen set out for a routine trip, but what they pulled from the depths was far more than a fish.
Hold the damn tail, hold it! I'm trying! It's like a damn tree trunk.
Get the pole across the chest. Yeah, there.
It's slipping. Watch it, watch it.
Press down, press down.
Damn thing's too strong.
Look at the eyes, man. Jesus.
Keep it pinned. Don't let it roll.
Some viewers suggested it might have been a mutated eel, while others speculated it could be an unknown deep-sea creature, or even one of the legendary mermaids whispered about in coastal folklore. And just when you think you've seen it all, mermaids, sirens, and creatures whispered about in legends, something far beyond the ordinary was caught in the sea. Unlike most sightings, the size of this creature was enormous, sparking all kinds of theories. Some insisted it was a massive mermaid, a guardian of the deep rarely seen by humans. Others argued it must be a siren, a creature said in folklore to survive anything and anywhere. And as the footage ends, you can't help but wonder, did they escape unscathed, or did the ocean claim its own that day? Imagine waking up, expecting just another ordinary day, only to witness something completely unexplainable. Unlike most mermaid sightings, this figure looked particularly strange. Its upper body was vaguely human, but the lower half extended into a long, powerful tail. Onlookers kept their distance, pulling out their phones to record, captivated yet hesitant to get too close. Everyone who saw it was left in awe, marveling at the sheer strangeness of the sight. Is this another type of mermaid, or something far more mysterious? I'll leave that for you to decide.